Next speaker has been a social justice activist since the 1960s. Among other campaigns, she worked on welfare rights, the United Farm Workers' Great Boycott, and attended the Poor People's Campaign in Washington, D.C. A professor of nursing and women's studies at Rhode Island College, she is a longtime supporter of the George Wiley Center, which strives to empower those whose lives have been affected by economic insecurity and the unjust policies of powerful institutions. Please welcome Carol Shelton.
Hello, Rhode Island activists. Hello to the veterans of the Women's March of 2017. Hello to the survivors of the first year of the presidency of you-know-who. We are here, we are strong, and we are powerful, and we shall overcome. I'm here as a spokesperson for the George Wiley Center, an agency dedicated to organizing those who have been left behind because of the repressive policy decisions of governments and corporations. 50 years ago this August, I participated in the Poor People's Campaign, a major effort conceived by Martin Luther King before he was assassinated. King realized that the Vietnam War, as well as the institutional racism inherent in the society, was responsible for the inequality that existed. He wanted to demonstrate to politicians as well as to the nation as a whole that a society that ignored the needs of its most vulnerable members was a sick society. We honored King this week on the occasion of his birthday, and we honor him today too because we're here to say no to injustice, no to racism, no to violence and harassment of women and trans people, no to homophobia. Too many Americans have a short-term memory problem. It's easy to forget the needs of others when we're wrapped up in our own personal needs and interests. But we're here today to say we haven't forgotten about those whose needs are basic, who may not have a roof over their heads or heat or electricity in their homes because of the inflated costs of utilities. We haven't forgotten the single mothers and fathers who need quality childcare while they're working and food stamps to feed their children. We haven't forgotten our Latino, Haitian, and African brothers and sisters who are frightened of being returned to countries where they escaped violence and poverty. We cannot be lulled into forgetting. I found a speech by King that he wrote or said, gave a speech to his Christian Leadership Conference a year before he died. And I just want to quote a couple of lines of that. Here's one of the things he said. That we need for America to be born again. Here's one. Let us be dissatisfied until America will no longer have a high blood pressure of creeds and an anemia of deeds. Let us be dissatisfied until the tragic walls that separate the outer city of wealth and comfort from the inner city of poverty and despair. Let us be dissatisfied until integration is not seen as a problem, but as an opportunity to participate in the beauty of diversity. Martin Luther King's words are a lot more powerful than mine, but I have a few examples of actions that you can take to become the battering rams of justice that King talks about. First of all, there's a petition going around. I think there are some volunteers from the Wiley Center that is demanding a percentage of income plan for those in the community who are unable to pay their utility bills and who are in constant danger of losing both their heat and their utility services. Secondly, the Wiley Center has signed on to coordinate a gathering of people who are preparing for the 50th anniversary of the Poor People's March. The group is meeting this coming Tuesday at 7 o'clock, September 23rd, January 23rd, at the Wiley Center. All are welcome. There are also people in the crowd from the Rhode Island Campaign for Quality Childcare circulating a fact sheet about the efforts to advocate for an issue which is critical to women, children, and families: affordable, quality childcare. This issue needs to have priority for the budget writers at the State House behind us. And in addition to getting affordable and quality childcare for children, attention also has to be given to the injustices that childcare workers endure. The median age for childcare workers is $9.50 an hour. Join this campaign on behalf of families, kids, and childcare workers. And so I'm going to leave you with a quotation again from King. When our days become dreary with low hovering clouds of despair, and when our night becomes darker than 1,000 midnights, let us remember that there is a creative force in this universe working to pull down the gigantic mountains of evil, a power that is able to make a way out of no way and transform dark yesterdays into bright tomorrows. Let's go for those bright tomorrows. Thank you.